questions to ask throughout a campaign with the confidence rising. I told WDF don't switch, good times are coming on for deep diving. Fan cams, reactions, watch along, still the pride of London thriving. The Eagles of South they flying. Keep your eyes on us, we ain't hiding.
Yes, guys, welcome back to Eagle Eyed Football, and this is the transfer deadline day stream. And there is only 29 minutes left on the clock for this transfer window, and we're just here to run through basically everything that's happened. Very dead transfer window in general for the whole Premier League, but let's get straight into it. But before we do that, Nicky, how is it going?
Oh, things are going good, man. Things are going good. Just ready for this transfer deadline day. And yeah, it's a dead. You're right. It has been dead for the whole Premier League. I think FFP has got people scared.
Well, yeah. Palace. I don't think anyone had this on their 2024 bingo card, but Palace were the top spenders in January in the whole Premier League with £28 million spent, and the next highest is Tottenham with £23 million.
The end is nigh. No, that's not right.
And it's crazy to think that we've spent the most, but I would still say I wouldn't say it's a disappointing window, but I would say more could have been done. Because everything was done in the last 3 days when we had that whole shebang to do at the start. But talking about the start of the window, we're going all the way back. So I've showed the guys in the group chat. Every rumor that's come out, I've listed it. So we've got a lot to talk about before we actually get to who we have signed.
I need to go find it again now. There it is.
But the one I'm going to start with is apparently about 2-3 days into the window, we had agreed a fee for Danny Ings with West Ham. 2-3 days into the window, the fastest Palace have ever done any sort of business in the January transfer window for Danny Ings. Everything was set out. I think it was going to be about 5 million per, just only about 5 million to buy him, so not that expensive. We were going to offer the same wages on a 2-year deal, I believe, but Danny Ings himself turned us down again. When Danny Ings left Southampton, we tried to get him, turned us down, went to Villa, I believe. When he left Villa, we wanted to buy him again, turned us down, went to West Ham. Guess what? He's trying to leave West Ham. Guess what? He still turned us down, and no one else come in for him. He's just staying where he is. So Danny Ings is a pagan. Is what it is. I think the Palace. I think was it the Palace way or a 5-year plan. One of those guys said that. So that is where it leaves us with Danny Ings. To be fair, I think I think for outgoings for Palace, I feel like it's a very good window.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, a lot of good loan deals made for our youth. Of course, Teo goes out on loan. Barmo went out to Wimbledon. I think Killian Phillips went up to Scotland.
Yeah,
with Aberdeen.
So all the outs is Sean Graham went to Carlisle on loan. John Kamani Gordon came back from Cambridge and then went out to Wimbledon. Killian Phillips came back from Wickham and then went out to Aberdeen, which is a pretty good move because he went from League One to Scottish Premier, which is is a step up, and I think it's the right thing to do. Kofi Balmer came back from Port Vale and went out to Wimbledon, so he'll be there with JKG. Malcolm, right at the end on deadline day today, has got a 6-month loan at Molenbeek, and I really hope he does well because certain people that have done well in Belgium lately have gone straight into their certain team's first team and done pretty well. So I'm excited to see what he does. He's a very exciting talent, and I think it's about time that he actually gets some game time because Roy's never going to play him, let's be real. And then the last one to go out on loan is Mola Ademola Ola Adebomi to Burton, which looked great when it happened. They had 2 strikers, both injured. He came in, you're thinking, he is the one. He's going to play every game. They play in a 1 striker formation. He's going to play, he's going to bag. But then they also sign Elliot Hackford on loan as well.
Yeah.
Sick. Brighty, you had one job and you still flopped. I know Mola's good, but Hackford's going to start every game over him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And he went there just to get game time, and unfortunately, Hackford's just going to play more. He's already got men's football experience. He's already got Premier League minutes for Sheffield United, and unfortunately, he's just at this moment in time, he's a better all-round player. And for a team that's they're not struggling in League One, but they need someone that can consistently score goals. So unless Mola really impresses in training, then he's not going to be on the pitch as much as we want him to be. So we've just got to really hope that the manager picks him, and what happens, really.
Yeah. And if things don't happen in this stretch of games up until when he returns, it's likely he'll be loaned out again next season to get that game time.
Yeah.
But
there are also 2 more players that could potentially still go out on loan before the deadline hits, because I think the youth deadline still lasts. I think the youth deadline lasts until midnight, I believe. I think it's like different times. I'm not really sure. But Danny Imre, who's been absolutely killing it for the under 21s, scoring goals at right back, he's potentially going to get a move away on loan. And also same thing with Joe Whitworth after he impressed last season with his debut against Brighton. And potentially we could be seeing 2 debuts against Brighton this weekend.
Yeah.
Incomings for the youth team, we have got an Irish guy called Luke Brown, who signed for the under-18s. I feel like that's probably their way of trying to, I guess, after Watershed now, get back from that fuck up with Jake O'Brien. Let's be real, because that was a horror show.
Yes, it was.
And also that we signed, what's his name? I wrote it down. Mustafa signs a pro contract. So he was on a scholar, but he signed a full pro deal.
This excites me, JC. This really caught my attention because he's caught the eye of a lot of Palace social media. I'm not gonna lie, most of my experience with Hindola Mustafa comes from Football Manager.
Yep.
He's a wonder kid on Football Manager. He's so good to have there. But yeah, I'm glad we got him on a pro deal because this is the best place for him is at Palace right now. Gets lots of experience with the under 21s and under 18s, maybe even in with a shout at preseason with the senior.
I mean, to be fair, if we get let's put it here, a better manager, a more youthful manager that likes the youth a little bit more than Hodgson. I think anyone likes the youth a little bit more than Hodgson because he just bloody hates them. But if he's doing well in preseason, he'll get the chance to step up. Like even Vieira done it with Jez, Malcolm. Like they all got their chances in preseason. But it is what it is, unfortunately. Who is next on the agenda? Jack Clark. Many teams wanted him. Many teams tried to get him. Lazio were probably the one that was closest to getting him, but everyone's valuation is just so far away right now. Having a goal-scoring left wing, or a goal-scoring right-footed left winger in the Championship that's English and young, with a long contract still on him. Sunderland, to be fair to them, they've done the right thing.
Yeah, they have. Yeah,
they're holding on to him, and they're not in financial troubles, which we're going to touch on a little bit later with another player. But they're not in financial trouble.
They're in a good standing in the Championship table as well.
Aren't they in the playoffs right now?
They are. They are 7th, so they are just outside the playoffs, a point behind Coventry City as things stand tonight. But yeah, very much pushing for the pushing up against West Brom and Coventry in that 5th place race, to go for the playoffs. So I think Clark and Sunderland have done the right thing in just staying put, because obviously if things go well for Sunderland, that valuation is going to skyrocket come the summer. But if things don't turn out, then Clark will probably leave for probably your mid 20 millions here, and that'd be good business for Sunderland.
Well, they're going to hold out until the summer, and then they're going to ask 30. That's what the rumor is.
There we
30
go.
million for a championship player is outrageous. But the thing is, with how the market is, it's not actually that. No, if he even does half well in the Premier League, he's worth that money. And that's crazy to say that our record signing is what, Benteke still 33 million, something like that. And
Yep.
we're seeing like Fulham today looking for Ryan Cherky for 35 million.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, damn, like serious moves are being made, and we're just seeing that other clubs have so much more money than we do. From one wing to another, to the right wing, there was a lot of rumours early on in the window about Matthias Sule, the Juventus right winger that's currently on loan elsewhere in Italy. I can't remember off the top of my head which club it is, but he looked like a very promising player, but I think that with the new contract, I don't think that he is ever going to sign for us, because Elise is going to play till the end of the season, and he's one of those players where he's too good to leave on the bench, even if it's only on the bench for 6 months. Let's say we sold Elise in the summer, he's too good to sit on the bench for 6 months. So I'm sure he turned us down, and I'm sure that our proposal was crap, because that was obviously before the banner, before we said we had any money, and that was when Paris was talking about only loan deals. And I doubt we would have bought a flair player like that for any kind of money. We probably lowballed the hell out of them, and they just said, "Go away."
They probably just laughed us out. Laughed us off
Go
the phone.
away. You look like Barcelona, but you don't pay like them. Yeah. We should have told them we'll sell you our TV rights, and then they would have believed us.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I don't think that was ever going to happen. Centre backs. There was quite a few centre backs. Ronnie Edwards, Tengen Mengi, another one. Osho from Luton as well, and Mosquera. No centre backs were really pursued that heavily. However, they are all on that scouting list for Dougie for the summer. To me, that tells me either Mark or Anderson is gone, or potentially even both of them, because that's a lot of centre backs to be scouting in one window.
Yeah. If you're looking at it with the way that the tabloids and the media really just highlight Mark, especially with this being a Euro year, Southgate has got a lot of choice to make in centre backs. Mark has been involved in the England setup. You are more so saying that Mark is going to be the focus for a lot of clubs. Probably you're talking about your top 6 clubs here who could easily fit him in, and he easily start because he is a leader. He captained the side on Tuesday night in our win over Sheffield. And he rarely puts a foot wrong, does Mark Gahey. Same with Joachim Anderson. Those two have shown that they are one of the best centre-back pairings in the league. Yeah, I want to say, if I had to say, if we're losing one or two, I'd rather lose Mark, because at least with Joachim, he's got that leadership role as well. I don't want to lose both. I don't think I could handle that.
Oh man, I would say the other way around.
Really?
I'd rather lose Anderson, purely because I know for a fact that you could get 35 million from Anderson, And if you wait another year with Anderson, he'll age up again, and he won't be worth that, and he'll probably be worth exactly what we bought him for. However, because of Mark's age and the fact that he's English as well, his price is going to go up no matter what.
Yep.
So I would rather Anderson goes in the summer. We get one of these guys in, because when I was looking into this, guys, Edwards, carbon copy of Anderson, just a lot younger. Mengi, a little bit more similar to Mark, so that's probably the Mark replacement. But then Mosquera as well seems a lot like Anderson. So 2 of those centre backs that I've listed are very much Anderson replacements. So I would imagine we keep Gay. Maybe don't do one of them dodgy. Well, here's another contract, but here's a nice little release clause in there.
What I'm also, which I forgot, do we or would we want a Tompkins replacement, because his contract's up at the end of the season, and if by some miracle the club doesn't follow form and renews his contract, we are down to say that what would be going into the new season is Anderson, Gahey, Holding, if he ever shows up and stops getting injured, and Chris Richards, bless his heart, who can't play in a single bloody position.
And I tell you what I would do. I wouldn't sign a Tompkins replacement. Hear me out. I would make Joel Ward that next centre back.
Yeah.
Because
I see you're thinking.
Because then you don't have to sign another player, because Ward can play right back and centre back.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds very counterintuitive that I don't want to see Joel Ward play again at right back, but he's a decent centre back.
Yeah, he doesn't have to run as much.
He can play right back, so in a cup game he can play right back there. If Klein's injured, because he will be, he can play right back.
And if we don't want to play our brand new right back,
so I that's what I would say. Get rid of Tompkins, put Ward on another short-term contract, and just keep giving him 1 year until he literally can't walk again.
Plus, Ward has now been with us for so long, he is now due for a testimonial.
Yeah.
So I would say he's staying.
Yeah.
As I know a lot of fans are just that's
what I do. I would rather see Ward at centre back than right back. Because pace isn't really that big of an issue at centre back. If he just sits a little bit deeper, he's got enough experience to know like the distancing and this and that. And we bought him as a centre back anyway. So
yeah. And he's played there before. He's played all across the whole defensive back.
Yeah, played left back as well sometimes. So he's a good player to have. Good, like as we said, he's not a starter, but he's a good squad. Next up, Nketiah. Fast, too expensive.
God's sake,
too expensive. Yeah. Moving on. Ibrahim Osman, left winger from Danish league, Ghanaian, 19-year-old left winger, class. From Nordsjælland. I know I butchered that, but who cares? It's Danish.
Pretty close, actually.
Where is it then? Or is it Galand?
I think it's Nordsjælland. So close, but
English pronunciation is right there. So if you want to clip that, go ahead. But I was thinking, Palace are going to go in, 10 million maybe. Like he's just having his breakthrough season. He's only played 13 games as a senior player. Thinking, can't be worth that much. These Donnies wanting £25 million for this guy, and he's only had 13 appearances. Not even 13 starts, 13 appearances.
Damn, they're playing FIFA.
The part that gets even madder is that Brighton offered 16 plus 3, which was rejected. West Ham offered 18 plus 3, which was rejected. So they are holding out for a huge deal, but this brother's only got a year left on his contract and he's not signing. So they've just ruined themselves out of £23 million.
Damn.
So, it is what it is. If he goes to one of those guys, it is what it is, man. Just secure the bag, innit? Go on a free, you can get yourself a lot more wages, mate, because that club has done you dirty in this January window. Quick update, guys. There's 10 minutes left. I am sitting here refreshing Sky. I'm refreshing Twitter. We're seeing what's happening, but nothing's really happening
Nothing.
at the moment.
Nothing in the Premier League.
The only thing that I can see is that there is a Palace space that has started, so I'll definitely be checking that one out later because it's done by CPFC Plum or Puffin, and I know that those Twitter spaces are always crazy. So I need to go watch that back later. Next up on the agenda is Jezran Raksaki.
Yes.
Unfortunate for him, been conned out of another 6 months of not being loaned out. He did have big interest from Birmingham, big interest from Southampton as well, and he's come back from injury. But apparently, what we wanted to do was we wanted to do what we done with Malcolm and Hull. We wanted him to get fit here and then go over there. And obviously, those clubs were no, we want him now. He'll recover at our place. And because we were being so stubborn, Southampton went out and got Davy Brooks on loan, which is a great signing, and it's great to see that he's recovered from his cancer and he's starting to play football again. So that's great to see in general. And Birmingham just said, we'll deal with it. What do you think of Jez? Do you think he needs to stay? Do you think he needs to go? Because that's what I think.
So when he was at Charlton, it's not even the fact that, because, they are a local rival, but for a Palace player to go to Charlton and to win their Player of the Year, I think he swept their awards at the end of their season,
and
then he came back. Michael was injured, and it screamed out, "This is Jez's time." Roy, obviously, he was allergic to playing. He's allergic to playing players under 21. Obviously, that didn't happen. He then, gets cameo roles on and off the bench.
Which he looked good when he came off the bench.
Yeah, he definitely did. He gets injured in the latter stages of 2023. He's now training back, so we could expect actually to see him involved in games. What with Roy giving out cameo roles, playing players out of position. So we can probably expect to see Jez playing left back, considering he plays Ozo in the 10. Anyway.
And Hughes.
So, Roy notwithstanding, I would reckon Jez will stay till the end of the season, and then if he's smart, he will look at his options, because I reckon there is a good championship team out there. He could go, I don't know, just off the top of my head, Norwich, who are mid-table to, always involved somehow. Coventry, a team that isn't in financial trouble.
Coventry don't play wingers. That's why he wouldn't go there, for example.
Fair enough. That's why Abiwe didn't go there as well. But yeah, no, I can see him going to a championship club if nothing appears. Big up vibes. Nothing appears.
Yeah. If you watch CM streams when we're all streaming clubs, you know this reference. My bad, y'all. A certain American. Not naming names. Swiftly moving on. Hugo Ekitike. PSG were trying to flog this brother as soon as possible, and he was linked with us. He was linked with Fulham, Frankfurt, Leverkusen. The unlucky ones are Frankfurt because they got him on loan. Sick. However, there is a mandatory. They have to buy him. 30 million euros. Even if he's useless, 30 million euros.
Rah, PSG have done a madness.
That's why we backed away from him. I can tell you now. That is why we said no. Do not need that stress. Do not need it at all. From one French striker to another, Moise Kean failed his medical when going to Atletico. deal's all done, wages sorted, loan fee sorted. Loan fee was only 500,000, by the way, so that is cheap for a player of his caliber. But he failed the medical. That's probably why the loan fee was so cheap.
I was about to say that's probably why. Because if Fulham are signing Brozier with a £5 million loan fee, and Keane is going from Juve to Atleti for 500k. Oh my lord!
Crazy.
500.
Talking about loan fees, Calvin Phillips potentially going to Palace. Loan fee insane, wages insane. That I feel like because that didn't happen, I feel like that's why we stepped our business up with another English midfielder. But we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
But he was at fault to Thingy's first goal today, wasn't he?
He was
2 minutes.
Yeah, bless him. I'm not gonna lie. That's my heart goes out to him because that's a nightmare.
Oh, it's a horror show. It really is. Who's next? Loan potential. This is only the last 2-3 days. Akpom and Ndai. Both of them were. Akpom was the Championship Player of the Season last year, and we do like a Championship Player of the Season.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
I thought it was Gyökeres. Wow.
I thought it was Alex Scott, but it wasn't.
Damn.
He won it at Borough, so that's why he got his big move to Ajax, and now Ajax are in the bin. So it is what it is. But there was meant to be a loan, but we wanted him. Forest wanted him. A few other teams did as well, but it was just too late in the day, really. You couldn't get the medical done. You couldn't get the work permit because I don't think he's English. I think he's like Cameroon or something like that. So he had to get a work permit even if he came back to England again, even though he was already here previously. So just a lot of faffing about basically. And Ndai, same thing. Played in England. I think he's Senegal. I can't remember. But he was at AFCON, so that made that deal drag out until now. And because Senegal only went out just recently, he just came back. And, But both of those two players were signed in last summer. So both of them have only been at their club for 6 months, and their club already won them gone. So in my opinion, that's probably not a very good sign for both of those players. JP had a 20 million offer from Frankfurt, Leverkusen, and Real Betis. I don't think that was ever going to happen. Let's be real. If someone offered 10, I would drive him all the way to Germany myself. I'll take the 2 million quid to do it, and then Paz get their money back. Rich, how's it going?
Rich. Big up, lads. I'm all good.
Jumping in with 1 minute to go until the deadline.
Strategic.
Saved
the disappointment. Nah, I'm still sitting here with a heat cap on my head.
Are you still unwell?
No. I was doing my hair.
Doing up his hair, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Look.
What?
See?
I know. No, when this is done, I'm going back on screenshotting this.
Wait, let me just add it to my best bits 2024. Transfer
Hold on.
deadline.
You might as well make it a screenshot. Hold on.
You're like a bad bee.
Yeah, I gotta keep this on for like 20 minutes.
I bet your head is hot in there.
I am sweating.
Ladies and gentlemen, the deadline is now. Window closed. 11 p.m.
And now one last refresh just to make sure everything is how it should be.
I'm not getting that image out of my head.
Someone's a pagan. Everyone's retweeting "Welcome Conor Gallagher" from last 2 years ago. That is jokes.
I'm here for it.
Oh, Dwight Gale was terminated his contract at Stoke City, and he's now a free agent. If any of you say "hear me out," I'll punch you.
I was not going to say that.
Yeah, that was not an option. Do you know what's crazy though? For me personally, let's just say, all right, the Cornet and Akpom rumors obviously came out like maybe
We
probably
ain't got to
yesterday.
Cornet yet, mate. Jump in the head. He was next up.
Sorry, but my issue is like, all right, we've got to understand that if we are then deciding to go for a specific position and we can't get our number one target if we had one, why don't we have plan B and C?
We never do.
It's ridiculous. Now,
We never do.
correct me if I'm wrong. I'm hearing that it was Roy's decision, but let me not talk in it.
So, let's go straight to Cornet then.
Mhm.
Cornet. There was a £5 million bid, which was obviously rejected because West Ham bought him for a lot more than £5 million. Cool. We go back for a loan. They say yes to a loan because both deals, him and Ben Rama, were both happening at the same time. So if one went through, the other one would fall through, basically. And Textor clearly hates Paris still, so he rushed that Ben Rama deal through. And so there were a lot of rumors. So one rumor definitely said that Roy turned it down, but literally another rumor came out about 10-15 minutes later saying that he didn't turn it down. He just had reservations because he thought that he already had enough in the squad. Already, that's we all know that's stupidness. He rather Schlupp than Cornet, so that's a fact. But what West Ham wanted to do is they wanted to get a replacement in before they because if they was going to let two wingers go, they wanted to let one come back or one come in. They wanted Ismail Sarr, who I'm surprised that we weren't even linked with this window because we're linked with him every window. But that fell through, so they let Ben Rama go through, and obviously Cornet was on the bench and came on and played. So that's why Cornet fell through. Too little, too late, if you ask me, because Ben Rama only really started taking off yesterday. So if we had a little bit of foresight and got in there a little bit earlier, maybe, is what it is. Sam Johnstone stays at Crystal Palace. Potentially was going to go to Nottingham Forest. They offered 15 million. That was going to be 15 million pounds in profit if we sold him. But they went and got Matt Sells, who's also a good keeper, and they got him for like half the price that they would have got Johnstone for.
Yeah, I think Sells was valued maximum at 10 million. And then
they got him for 7.
They got him for 7. I think Forest, if it has to be said, have definitely done the best business out of the whole transfer window this entire month. Yeah, I'm glad we're keeping Johnston because obviously it keeps that choice of two goalkeepers who are prime choices for Southgate's England this summer. Yeah, I'm liking it. Please start Johnston on Saturday, please, because Henderson was shit.
That is all of the depressing stuff out of the way. That's all the rumours.
Just quickly, because I did throw this out to like the community on Twitter. I know it's not called Twitter, but to say on X sounds bare like mad.
It sounds like a website that you
literally.
It sounds like a dodgy kind of website.
That's why I can never call it that.
and it's all because of you, Elon Musk. You are a pagan as well.
I'm still calling it Twitter, but anyway.
Oh, it's going to be called the Bird app forever. I don't care what anyone says.
So, I put this out as a poll on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Keep Johnston or sell him for 15 million. Like, if those were the only two options, what would you do individually?
I would start him over Henderson. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
So
we don't have a second choice goalkeeper. It's too late to sign one.
It's 15 million. Could we be just thinking of a club like us? Could we turn down that money?
Yes.
it gets techie when you start talking about how much Henderson cost. Because if you get rid of John Stone for that, then Henderson really only costs £5 million, and then that looks pretty good. But the fact that you have to get another goalkeeper in because Remy Matthews is just hopeless in general. He's just there for the vibes. But I would still say that I think Henderson's a good keeper. I've got a feeling that he sort of had a bit of the Eze thing where he was never fully fit because I don't know. Whenever I saw him when he was having that incredible season at Sheffield United, he looked like a good keeper all round, and I'm sure he could kick properly. But that injury, either he's not fully recovered from it, so he's looking header stiff when he's kicking out, and I just feel like he's making the wrong decisions now. Well, at Sheffield, he was doing everything right. Now he's sort of, I wouldn't say he's doing everything wrong, but he's making some mistakes. And
I'd say that's probably down to maybe leadership. Chris Wilder is very much a man-on manager. Like, he really does go to every single player during like training and will say what he wants. Roy, I'm not gonna lie, watching the game on Tuesday night, Wilder was moving up and down the touchline. Hodgson's is standing there with his hands in his pockets.
He's letting Ray do everything. That's the problem.
Exactly. Put him out of the misery, bruv. Just take him round back, old yellow style. Put a round in his fucking head. Jesus Christ.
Because the reason why I posted this question to you.
What? Nicky, what the?
Wow.
Bruv, this is how done I am with Roy Hodgson.
Oh, that is harsh. I'd say, like take him into the meeting room and sack him, not fucking kill him.
Wow.
It's the green hair. He's a joker.
One way or another, he's leaving the club.
Boy. Now, the reason why I posted that question, because I've been thinking about it all day myself. And bear in mind the club that we are. Yeah. Have we ever made profit on a player? Probably just Wan-Bissaka. That's the only person I can think of.
If we did sell him for 15 million, he would be the third biggest sale of our club. Fourth biggest sale.
Jesus Christ.
So it would have been Aaron, Balassi, Sorloth, then him. Yeah, Sorloth is our third biggest sale ever.
Which says it all. So not for me personally, no, I love Johnston, and I agree he should be our number one. But if that bid had come in, I'm saying, thank you for your services.
Yeah, it's 15 million profit.
Have Whitworth as our number two to the end of the season, then put that 50 million to the summer kitty and get another number two who won't be as high profile, but would be good enough. Like, for example, it was Everson for Leicester.
Iverson, yeah.
He was pretty decent. Like, I think we're a great team regarding sentimentality. We're very sentimental, but that I think is also our downfall.
Yeah.
Because obviously, with him being 31,
yeah,
as well, 15 million that's a lot of money. But like I said, he's staying with us. And I'm happy he's staying with us, and he should actually be our number one.
Yeah,
definitely. With certain things going downhill, let's look up now. A right back. A right back. Rich, I told you, I'm happy. If you see Transfer Weekly, you can see I'm dancing on the bottom of the screen. So if you didn't see that, go watch it.
Honestly, I know you're happy.
I've been calling for a right back for 5 years. 5 years.
The wait
5 years ago, I was still in school. I was in year 13. 5 years ago. Doing my BTECs. Man, it is so long ago, but we've actually got a right back now. And not any right back. Granted, Belgium League, definitely still a step up to the Premier League, so he has to up his game. We can't say that he's going to come in, he's going to be sick. He's 28. He's experienced. He's signed he had a 4-year deal, a 5-year deal at Genk. He's been playing there for 4 years. 3 of those 4 years, he's been in the Belgium League's team of the season, which I know that there's only 2 or 3 big clubs in that whole league. So granted, they get a little bit more priority with the team of the season cards, but still having that right back position locked down for 3 of those years, it's impressive. And he's played in the Europa League.
Right.
He's played in the Champions League.
JC, listen.
Yeah.
I don't like how you've started this chat. You've been an advocate for the right back position for far too long. I think we need a bit more energy. Did
you hear what I just said? A right back. Still a bit salty about the right back. If we could get a young 20-year-old Brazilian right back. And I take any right back right now. Remember I said a right back. We're praying for a midfielder and a right back.
No, please.
A right back. Right back. Come on. You found those clips because I've been crying for a right back for 5 years, bruv. 5. Man. Like I said, I actually couldn't care what kind of right back it was. It could be a midfielder that plays at right back. At least they do it better than Ward. Like, that's all I wanted.
Oh my god, I'm crying.
I've got a dedicated right back.
He's about to cry. He's about to cry.
This is emotional for me. This is a big moment. This is historic on Eagle Eye Football. I swear down. Man. This is not serious. It's
listen.
My chest.
The moment the Munoz links, when you get the Fabrizio Romano kind of like a here we go sort of. I messaged Ree straight away. It's like, Ree, I know this is crazy late notice, yeah. But if you were to find any sort of compilations of JC saying right back.
The thing is, the thing is, that's only recent videos. Like,
Yeah,
I bet if you look back,
Go back.
Yeah, there's loads. But I said that it would obviously be like it was lastminute.com. So I think that was done within a couple hours. I think it was right after work.
Fairs. That's what you was doing when you was hiding. Oh, it makes sense now. It makes sense.
Big up, Ree.
Yeah.
Nah,
Have you seen? Look at vibes.
I know, I saw that.
And JC's safe word is right back.
No wonder he spent so much time in the dungeon.
No, but this one's even funnier. If you know, you know.
I know. No, Rich, it gets better. Let me go back. The thing is, Nicky's laughing, but he doesn't know why.
The greatest Discord moment ever.
Oh, man. Yes. Let me keep going. He's fast. He's got burns. He's 6 foot. He can score. He can defend, kinda. I say kinda because he can defend like last minute defending. But if it's like sizing up the player, he can't do that. But he's fast. Remember, he's fast.
Vibes, God's sake.
And one thing that never happens for Crystal Palace. This brother's been at Genk for 4 years. He's only missed 4 games in 4 years to injury.
Well, that's going to change because he's going to miss the rest of the season.
And
He's going to
non-
pick up hamstring injury.
and
Don't.
you know what?
don't.
Yeah. So I think the Beak of Beak Streets tweeted Munoz got off the plane and Ward, Klein, and Ferguson jumped him.
His Twitter account is too funny, you know.
It really-
Have you seen that he said like this morning that Nathan Ferguson's washed? He's going to Southampton in the Championship to get game time. But yeah, guys, a goal scoring right back, an attacking right back, a South American right back. What are we saying? 6.9 million Great British pounds. What are we
That's
saying?
great business. As long as he starts on Saturday.
You know what? I think
He
I think
won't.
after seeing Richard's disaster class,
Oh my gosh.
and also he's actually been signed for 3 days now, so he's actually had almost a whole week of training as well.
Francis had 3 months of training.
But Munoz is over the age of 27,
Fair point.
so he's right in Hodgson's like age range. Like,
But Hodgson likes playing Chris Richards there. Because Klein was on the bench.
well, the thing is, I hope that I hope that Parish has said to him this year, yeah. Okay, let me work it out. 20, 40, 62. Damn. We spent £68.5 million this year. And we don't see none of it.
This is my worry. Does Roy even know who Munoz is?
Well, to be fair, I didn't see no video of him shaking hands with him. I just saw him talking at him in Spanish. Did you see
No.
that?
Nah. Did you see the blatant attempt of anything? Do you see how Parrish was in that video? Oh, how you doing, mate? It's nice to meet you.
No, he's like, no, he went, are you excited? Shut up, man.
There was more excitement in what Munoz said at half time at Sheffield. Trust me.
Palace.
Eagles.
Also, France had definitely got twists just to get noticed by Roy and still got aired. Just saying. But
Aye.
guys, it's a right back. I don't care. He has to
they
play.
got França as the Palace for life fanboy. Like, it's peak.
He's part of the foundation. So he had to come from the foundation. There's an international foundation right there.
He's got more appearances for the foundation than he is for Palace.
He's got more pictures around the stadium than he does for Palace. I bet you his announcement video costs more than the amount of appearances he's got.
It probably took longer too.
Yeah. But the big news, Guna's right here. Colombian international right back as well, starting right back every game. Him and Lerms as well.
Yes.
Also,
that's what I was about to
can I say one thing, before we move
That
on?
means nothing to Hodgson.
Can I say one thing, before we even do this? Parish and all them man for not buying a right back are frauds, because Lerma could do it in 6 months. Yeah, and you might have 5 years, technically even longer, because Aaron was luck. So, yeah, that's what I'll say. But moving on, our deadline day signing.
Yes.
£22 million, 18 million plus 4 million in add-ons, which the deal nearly broke down at the last minute. Mr. Adam Wharton, number 20.
Yes.
Nikki, you seem gassed. Go ahead.
I am. Honest to God, yet again, someone who I always get in on Football Manager, and even in real life.
Only because we told you to.
No, I've been buying him since Football Manager 21 now.
Stop the cap.
or 22? 21,
Can I
20.
just say? Can I say, Nicky, that if you got him from 20, you said Football Manager. What did you say? 20 or 21?
21. I
Okay.
meant to say
So
22.
he's 19. So you're telling me you're behind some random
22.
17-year-old on FM? That's cap. Rihanna, give me a hat.
22. Okay, never mind. Right.
You got a hat.
As said in the Blackburn fans video, thank you very much for that as well. Doesn't score a lot of goals.
He's chatting shit, bro.
Stop the cap.
It's not a cap, it's a hat, but it's the same thing. Imagine it has a brim.
Stop the cap. You know what? He tried to make up for the no ball.
Yes, yeah. Look at this one. Yeah, the lack of ball knowledge is killing him. You can't bring in the lack of ball knowledge to deadline day as you do on.
I was about to reference the video that we got sent in. I was about to link into that.
Oh, we got a Blackburn fan, and here he is.
So Blackburn Rovers about to lose midfielder Adam Wharton, of course, one of our own. Which always hurts. It doesn't happen that often for Blackburn Rovers when a young academy product comes through, does absolutely fantastic, and moves on to bigger and better things, especially for a chunk of change that has been quoted for Adam Wharton. Of course, what we're looking at, 20 million, something like that. So fair play to the guy. Still very raw, 19 years of age. He will be 20 next week. So a player that's got an eye for a pass. He ain't going to score you a bucket load of goals, but he will definitely be a key creative force in that midfield. Of course, he can pass with either foot. And has chipped in with a couple of goals more recently. But what we are going to miss here, of course, is his dedication to the badge. Personally, he is a Rovers fan through and through. No disrespect to Crystal Palace. I do think this is a great move for him. And I believe it could be a lucrative move for Crystal Palace in the long term. My hope is that this deal is laced with incentives for Rovers that we, of course, will benefit from any future moves the young lad will make. I feel this is going to be a stepping stone at Crystal Palace, just like Olise and Eze at Crystal Palace. I think they are. I think they're building quite a nice team here. Very, very young, hungry team, and of course with the British core, you've got Adam Wharton now adding into that mix. A player that's been overlooked somewhat in the under-21 world, and I do believe this call up to the Crystal Palace and the Premier League will get him fast-tracked into that under-21 setup, and who knows, maybe even a cap or two in 2024 for the senior team. I think this is going to be a breath of fresh air for him. It's with a heavy heart to announce this move that's impending over the next day or so. Of course, at the club with his brother Scotty Wharton, who is senior, different players there, but Adam Wharton plays as I'd say a box-to-box midfielder. Of course, more defensively than attacking, and of course, you're not going to see him hitting the target very often. It's more the layup, the assists, or the pass before the assist is what you're going to be getting from Adam Wharton. He's not afraid to get stuck in as well with a great tackle. His vision among the very best that we've seen over the years. I think we could probably put him in. I know it's very early, but maybe a season or two. Two-guy is a legend in our midst here at Ewood Park for a guy who's a great visionary, great pass with the ball, and can whack the ball across into the back of the net. That is the only area I think Adam Wharton needs to improve upon really in the next 18 months or so, is adding more goals to his name. But the pass, the vision, these wizards in midfield are like rocking horse poop. They come very, very infrequent. So great gem for Crystal Palace, who, and again, like I said, Adam Wharton will see this as a move for two maybe 3 years, and then make that next jump in, of course, his own trajectory, which I think is destined to for the top. I do believe, and again, you are lucky to have a lot of good players that are destined for the top at the moment at Crystal Palace. It's just unfortunate at the moment that you can't drive yourselves up the table and cause some more reverberations to the league. I think you've got a very exciting team. I think you definitely need a change of. I know this is turning into more of a expansive video here, but change of coach in the summer, I think, for Crystal Palace, and if you can keep a hold of the core players you have, then maybe next season is the season that we really see the Eagles. I hope that's your nickname, flying back up the ladder, of course, with this exciting new team, and Adam Morton will fit in just nicely. Unfortunately, again, another negative to this transfer. I was hoping for a loan back, but I have no qualms that he will be featuring this season for Crystal Palace in the foreseeable future. And again, big win for you guys yesterday. So it looks like he's heading to a good team. Hopefully, no fears of relegation for you guys, but enjoy him. He is a youngster. He did only just sign an extended contract in December, which I think is great. I think it's added a bit of value to him. I think maybe clubs were sniffing around earlier in the season. They could have got him for half the price, but fair play that Rovers are finally generating a bit of funds that hopefully will be able to steer us in the right direction. And maybe just one day we'll be back in the Premier League with you guys to see him back at Ewood Park in the future.
But yeah, big up to him. Big creator. He's got we put a video of that clip solely on the channel, so if you want to go check him out, the link is in the description of that video. But I think he sums up Adam Wharton pretty well, you know. Great midfielder, eye for a pass. He's a left-footed midfielder, so you know he could be the natural replacement to Will Hughes. But someone that I would hope he's more of a natural replacement to is Maka. Because we missed Maka so much, and I feel like he's a very similar kind of player. Like, he can do the defending, he can pick a pass forwards, and he is a little bit skillful as well. Great defending stats, great passing stats. Seems like an all-round great player. And lots of people on the internet are saying, like, in a few years, this guy's the next Declan Rice. He can be the next Rodri. That's the kind of talent that apparently we're looking at with this guy. And for £22 million, when we bought Mark Gay, we thought £20 million. Oh, that's a lot. But now we're thinking that's a bargain. Are we going to get the same kind of thing here again? Don't know.
I was so surprised at the replies to. So when we put this tweet out regarding that video, the amount of people just look after him for us. You've got a great player. He can pass the ball between the lines. Like, I was thinking to myself, outside of Decore, who actually passes the ball between the lines?
No. Well, the thing is, Lerma tries.
Yeah.
Lerma tries, but he can't. It never happens. It's a good idea. With Lerma, he hits the ball. It's a good idea.
He tries.
It never comes off though.
He tries. Bless him. He
But yeah,
there was an attempt. But
I've put the link in the chat, so if you guys want to come have your say, we've already got a guest in here. Big up yourself. Oh, thoughts on the window? Thoughts on Munoz? Thoughts on Wharton? And is there other things we could have done? Maybe.
Wait. Let me find it. His dad, like I, walked a gauntlet of greedy garb for around a mile after the 89 playoff final. Hate was born, unravelled hate. It nurtured in hearts. Adam will not sign for Palace. He signed for Palace.
For quotes, that Colosseum quote that came out towards back in the last season, that needs to be up there and framed. In fact, I will even frame it myself. Honestly,
I thought we need to bring it to sell us and just got it.
That's the next HF banner.
That'll be class.
Well said.
Patrick, how's it going?
Can't complain. Windows a little in because Roy's not going to play Wharton, but he may play the back five.
Your connection's cutting, by the way, Patrick.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on.
All right, well, he's going to play Megatron at right back. That's what I heard.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Was that the trick? You just had to turn your camera on.
No, I turned the camera on and turned the data off. So go figure. I had my dumbass had the data and the internet on.
You know what's funny? Sorry. Americans cuss themselves for fun, you know. It's so funny. My dumb ass.
My bad, yo.
If you can't make fun of yourself, you have no right to make fun of anybody else.
Hey, can you say my bad with y'all? Please.
You lot are terrible.
Oh, is this English? Is this American version of Walter?
Please.
Well, Patrick, based on what you just said, we've been telling Mickey to take more fun of himself daily. He just doesn't listen to us.
Sorry. Let me. That's the rule one of comedy. If you...
Yeah, we're not.
Mickey, comedy. Anyway. Yeah.
He's got to take lessons.
What's your thoughts on you giving your thoughts on Wharton? What's your thoughts on actually having a right back?
One that can actually move up and down the pitch without the aid of a walker. I'm happy.
Oh yeah. I'm very happy. Not having to rely on an old man like Klein or Ward.
Yeah. No more Zuma frames at right back, hopefully.
I am a little concerned about the play of Richards though overall. I know he's not a right back. I know he's not a defensive mid, but he's in a bad little funk of form, man.
Yeah. I actually think he's feeling it actually, and I think it all stemmed from that Chelsea game where no one was passing him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's the reason.
Yeah, it was the same again against Sheffield United. And then when they did start passing him the ball, every pass was backwards. The 2 times he made forward passes, Mateta was in behind.
All right, had to fix the internet again. Sorry about that.
Sean, how's it going? Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy that we got a right back here, but I'm not sure about the midfield.
Yeah,
I know.
Sean,
I know.
You put in. Sorry, I don't like him. Is this about Wharton? The Wharton signing?
No, it's about the streamer. I don't like the streamer for some reason. He passed the remarks on Palace, and I didn't like it.
Oh, the Blackburn fan. I was about to say everything. And hang on.
No. I'm glad that we stuffed one in his face because I wanted to get back at him, and I'm glad. You can see that he was gutted, and I don't care.
I'm surprised they let him go. I mean, they're just you talk about mid-table mediocrity, aren't they like around 12th? But they're not going down, but they're not going up. I mean,
their owners are in some deep financial trouble, so they had
He
to
hates
sell him.
Palace. Trust me, that guy hates Palace.
that ownership in Blackburn's been crap for years.
Yeah, so
Bless you, Rich.
basically, what do you call it? There was something to do with India changing their laws and regulations or something. So I'm about to sneeze.
Yeah.
So they would like 11 million in debt. So it's almost as if they had no choice but to, and that's why they were holding up so long, because they were hoping that they can have him back on loan. But then we were very desperate ourselves, so the two couldn't marry up, and then they had no choice to sell him.
I say if we're going to pay £20 million for a player and not want him instantly, that's just a bit stupid, really, isn't it?
Well, I mean, if they're going to keep him on the bench this year, what's the point? But hopefully, I'm no fan of Steve Parrish. I'm not even going to lie about it. I'm not. But for God's sake, I hope he actually goes to Roy and says, "Look, we pumped out. I can't believe it's over 60 million. Yeah, play the damn players, man. Shit."
I don't know what is wrong with Roy, to be honest. He's not playing France, and he clearly sees that the kid got potential. Groom him. Show. The poor kid is
Yeah, Sean, you should say that again, but take out the grooming part, though. Yeah,
man, what's wrong? I'm from Jamaica, man. I'm from Jamaica. Whenever we say grooming, man, we mean like put our shoulder on his, put our arm on his shoulder, something like that, and talk to him.
Yeah, that doesn't make it sound any better.
No. I'll be blocking the development for Schlupp.
You know, so oh god, you know, this guy shouldn't even be on a squad anymore. He's like completely lost anything he had in the last year.
You put up some weight. That's his problem.
Hey, I watched Real Madrid today, right? And I watched 3,800-year-old Luka Modric run faster than they chase a guy down and take the ball off the dude from Getafe. It was Mason Greenwood. He tracked him down, took the ball off him. And I'm thinking, if he could do that, Schultz can't get in the gym and get in shape, man. And then you play him. But you got Franco on the bench who toasted Kyle Walker, and there's maybe 3 people that have ever done that. Vinicius can't even do that. And
Mbappe can't even do it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Mbappe can't even do it.
And just on that note, can I say big up to Jude Bellingham?
Oh yeah, big up Bellingham.
Mason Greenwood out. I loved that. Absolutely loved it.
He slide tackled the hell out of him all day. I watched that.
And then called him an R word.
Rudiger got taken off today with a knee injury. They're hoping it's not that bad because he's been a beast for them all year.
Yeah, but Rudiger got injured trying to take him out.
Yeah. Oh, you saw the play then? Okay.
Yeah, so that was great. But
not to turn this into a Real Madrid podcast, sorry.
Definitely. Well, with what we've done in this window, we are the top spenders in January. But I feel like there is still some business that still should have been done. Sean, what do you think? Is there anything that we could have done extra to make this an even better window for you?
For sure. I wanted Nketiah, but we're never gonna get Nketiah if Mateta is still here, because Mateta is playing wonderful. He's playing amazing. I always say it. You know that I'm a big Mateta fan from day one. It was Roy that ruined him, and Vera gave him back the boost that he needed to come back. You know what I mean? And then Roy stopped playing it. I just wanted a forward. I didn't want the left winger because we already have França, and França can play with left wing. He can trap back if Roy teach him how to trap back. I can't even say grooming at this point because you guys are going to laugh. So,
we've already laughed at it.
Riches.
Sean, speak your mind. Don't worry about us.
All right, okay. Just like Oviedo did with Michael Olise, I think that Roy can do the same with França.
Did he groom him too?
I was waiting for it. You know that I was waiting for it. Well, for sure, we just wanted another forward. That's it. Otherwise, it's a good window. We finally get a right back. Amen to that. Finally,
Definitely.
White Gale's available.
That's not happening. The thing is, Ekitike is me and Nicky spoke about earlier. That Frankfurt got him on loan, but at the end of the season, they have to buy him for 30 million euros. Even if he's useless, they still have to pay 30 mil.
Stupid. Do you know why that's stupid from Frankfurt? Because obviously in the summer, that's what PSG wanted from them anyway, and they turned it down. That it was too much, and they've gone back and said, "Okay."
I don't watch the Bundesliga. Is Frankfurt even in any relegation battle or anything?
No.
No, push for Europe.
And Ekitike is going? Okay.
The Ben Rama deal has collapsed.
You're joking.
That's what Fad said.
Let me look this up.
Oh, we could have got Cornet after all.
Texter. he tried to do a madness. Oh, look,
and to get an extension, you would have had to put this offer sheet in at 5:00. Or
Rama's returned to West Ham. He's failed transfers fallen through due to personal terms. Yeah.
So the new, the new Nottingham Forest goalkeeper is 31 years old. So they've gone for experience.
It's true.
They wanted Johnson, right?
Yeah,
Wait,
Forest wanted Johnson.
Has Broja gone to Fulham?
Not yet.
It's not been official yet.
They've got the extra half an hour, don't they? Or the extra
Yeah,
few
they do.
hours.
Because that's
They-
another
I'm
one.
looking at Sky
5
now.
million loan.
Nothing come out.
4 million.
Hang on, I can answer your question about Brozier. A deal sheet is in to complete his move, so they got an extension.
But what do you think? Is there anything else we could have done in this window? And we just touched on Cornet, for example.
Oh yeah, get Cornet, but that would have been blocking the development for Schlupp. So I see why we didn't do that.
We're developing. We're developing his stomach, right?
JC,
Walk
I
his
just
way
wanted
right back to fitness.
JC, I've just seen your retweet. You just tweeted, "Welcome Yaroslav Yak back." Yeah,
That's my
Yeah,
goat. That's my goat.
when we announce Rakip, bro, announce
Palace legend.
The best left winger we ever had.
If I see a shirt with Yak on the back here, I'm buying it. I'm telling you that now.
Oh my god.
So it said that West Ham did not proceed with the TMS correct details, the timesheet. So Leon is going to appeal to FIFA. So apparently West Ham, I guess David Moyes is kind of his eyesight's going because they didn't fill out the timesheet properly.
So basically, they wanted to get rid of a winger, and they ended up keeping both of them.
I was actually surprised they got rid of him and Fornals because they're still in the Europa League. They're gonna have a thin bench, especially
Fornals actually has 10 minutes of game time this year. So
Yeah.
he had to go.
That's a good signing for better.
Open Cornet. On Cornet's game.
Yeah. Well, he
Well,
got
Cornet-
literally 1 minute today, though, didn't he? He came on 96.
Cornet must be pissed. That would have been a good signing for us. I would have liked to sign.
Another Ivorian winger that can play left back if you need him to as well. So
What's his injury record like though? Because he's rarely played for West Ham.
he
got hurt last year.
he doesn't play to West Ham's strength. Like West Ham like to just knock the ball up front, hold it up, and run. But he likes ball to feet and take on the man like Wilf.
Yeah, but he could play that wing and play that counterattack game. If they had a striker that could hold the ball up.
Yeah, but they play Jared Bowen up front who can't hold up
Right.
the ball, for example. So having basically three wingers up front, we've done that before, and it just doesn't work, does it?
Mhm.
Oh, either just playing a striker under Roy.
Well, that's true. That is true.
You know how crazy it is? Twitter's literally blaming Texter. It's clearly, obviously, not Texter's fault. Yeah.
I've
Nah,
just
obviously,
literally just seen Kendall's tweet. She said the man posed in the training gear and everything. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Ben Rama must be pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's nothing else on here.
They're demanding an explanation from West Ham. I tell you, Texter had a good window up until this debacle for Leon.
The thing is, Leon's window has been great. You have to say.
Yeah.
And this isn't Texter's fault. This is purely on West Ham being pagans, really.
I'm just surprised they wanted to get rid of him. I mean, do they not want to win the Europa League? Maybe they don't. I don't know.
I think they saw that they could cash in on him when he was getting a little bit older. But Ben Rama was another one that Roy didn't want him, so we turned it down. He already posed in his training gear and everything, but Roy didn't want him.
Classic Roy.
I personally like Roy, but I agreed with everybody he should have gone. But I mean, you can't give a 70. I'm going to be polite here. 75-year-old, whatever he is, year-old man that kind of power for 1 year. It's just our squad is better than 14 as a squad. Now, how he plays them and who he doesn't play makes no damn sense. But you can't give a guy like that kind of power.
Let the kids free. That's all I want to see.
Do you know how crazy? Like, if Roy was actually like smart about things, right? Let's say obviously the starting lineup we had against Sheffield United. Let's switch obviously Munoz with Richards now, right? And then after 60, 70 minutes, once again, depending on the scoreline, You can bring on a França for Ayew, Jez for Elise, Eddie for Mateta, and rotate the squad on a week-to-week basis. Not only are subs getting more minutes, but our bigger players are getting rest, and we're not losing the quality. Give me the I'll manage Palace. Like, it's just
we said it. Me and Dan do the scouting. A certain man do the training in jeans, and
No. Nate's organising the travel because he's getting
absolutely
the best train journeys for the best prices. Man is
he's
going to be
driving. He's driving the jam chain. That's what he's doing.
There will be no disruptions on the train lines going to sell us.
The next stop is Selhurst Park Station.
Oh dear.
But to wrap it up today, I'm gonna go around the panel. Out of 10, rate this transfer window. We'll start with
0 out of 10. Schlupp's still here.
Right. Take away your Schlupp hate. What's the real rating?
7. Could have been 9 if we got either Cornet or Ndiaye, but still 2 good signings.
Patrick?
7 out of 10. 1, because it would be higher if Roy played Wharton, but he's not. So 1 for the future, 1 for now.
Sean?
10 out of 10 for me, though. I'm going to be honest. We finally get it right back. And we got a backup midfielder. So, yeah.
Look at Jason's little smile there. Someone mentioned
I was
we got
thinking
a right back.
a 10.
He's like,
Are you mad? But he said right back. I was like, you're right there, bro. You're definitely right there. Nikki?
I'm going to go 8 out of 10. Yeah, 2 good signings, as was said by Patrick. 1 for the future, 1 for now. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this window. We just need to get rid of old Yeller.
Oh, good.
Rich? Wait, how are you getting rid of him, Nikki? What method? Do you break up his contract or are you finishing him off completely? Pause. If that's a pause, I'll just say pause.
I'll just get Nate to drive a train.
The man doesn't have rabies, dude. Like, welcome.
Rich, what's your rating on this window, man?
Before I'd say my rating, guys, if we're talking about Wharton as being 1 for the future, I'm peed off already because he should be starting on Saturday. I'm sorry. We cannot have Hughes playing next to Lerma. But I will say 7. Now, here's why I'm not going any higher. If there wasn't any news on the potential of loaning Cornet or Akpom, and our focus was just on the 2 that we did sign, then I'll say 9 out of 10 because that was where our focus lied. But when they've teased you with like, oh, okay, we might potentially be looking at a left winger or a striker, and then it doesn't happen, it's kind of like, yeah. So 7.
Yeah. I think that I agree with I'd say 7 out of 10. We addressed the key areas. Would have been a 9 out of 10 if we got an Akpom or a Cornet. And if we got a Cornet and Hodgson went, then it would have been a 10. But it is what it is. If Hodgson went anyway, it would go up to an 8. I can't lie to you. You get an extra point. Rich, you're muted.
I'm on mute.
Whatever he said it with chest as well. You see that, yeah?
100% bare energy, but I was on mute. If Hodgson went and we signed no one, 11 out of 10.
And we brought Alan Pardue back. Just kidding.
20 out of 10.
Whoa, that's a 1-2, both gone. Can't believe what I've just heard.
Well, Pardue shot old Yeller, right?
Mate, that was dreadful.
You got rid of Glenn Murray. I'll never forgive him for that.
Oh, man.
Fair point. Ollie, could I ask a favor? You make some amazing videos on
Yes.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Could you do like rank every player so far this season? I think that would just be hilarious to watch.
I'm not gonna lie. All I'm gonna hear is just the Eze song. All I'm gonna hear. It's good.
I feel like for all the lower down players, you need to have like the rate. Like you need to have a little.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna make a move.
Move
So I'll
them
catch you
in.
guys later.
Sean,
big up,
big up
Sean.
yourself.
Oh god.
Yeah, for
Oh,
all
he
the
needs the
players lower
toilet.
down.
He needs
yeah?
the toilet.
Yeah. all the players lower down in that tier list, you need to have a click on their face, drag them into the bottom tier, place them there, and then have like a clip of them having a stinker.
I already know the clips for Chris Richards. Him getting absolutely bullied by Gabriel.
Oh no, not again. or here's one for you.
Oh yeah.
Happens if you had Anthony Joshua. It felt so nice the first time. I had to do it twice.
Wait, who was that? Who was the player?
So that's Chris Richard when Gabriel muscled him out twice against Arsenal.
You know what you can do for França? Just show him
Done.
never been brought on. And then the
That's report.
Joshua one goes, I don't know what happened, but it's not.
We're just missing person report. That's
Or you can see him getting a twist. And you get the gigs. What's happening? Who is this?
just before we finish off, guys. Armando Broja has been given the all clear. Here we go.
I can't believe we haven't gone for this, by the way.
The
Yeah,
lower thing.
we wanted $5
I'm
million.
sorry, £5 million loan fee.
$5 million loan fee.
That's so poor.
That would bankrupt Parish.
No, but we could have sold Mateta for 15.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
JC would have driven him.
Mateta's form though, minus goal scoring, I mean, hold up play has
Who
been
are you
really,
gonna
really good.
Yeah, Patrick, trust me, I agree. He's been brilliant as of late.
Who are you gonna think
Who is going to offer us £15 million again?
It was 20 by one of them.
As
It was 20 from Leverkusen.
Barcelona overpays for everybody when their checks don't bounce.
Guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been the Deadline Day stream. Obviously Transfer Weekly is just irrelevant because everything happened the second I finished the last one.
Conspiracy theory. It's a
Conspiracy theories, agendas, everything has to run.
Yeah.
Also,
Alice admin watch our stuff because they didn't try to mimic me.
the agenda has to run for that. I can't lie.
Hey,
They
Alice
mimicked
admin
you.
watched my. They copy my.
Yeah,
They copy my
Mimic
videos.
Sitting alone in the stands and got anyone to do it.
Oh, they copied my favorite meme of all time.
But guys, remember, as Palace fans, we have to know one thing, and that's a fact. Going to the next We're going to the next.
I hate him for that. No, I hate
Don't
him for
forget,
that.
guys. Don't forget. Just before we go, we're spoiled.
You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. Patrick, big up yourself. Oh, big up yourself. This is the Deadline Day. This is it. Window is closed.
JC.